So I decided to go ahead and run this show anyway. By the way, welcome back to Generation Wrestling. I decided to run this show anyway in April, week 2. Of course, it's Sunday because that's the only time when we could get the Bollywood boys to come on the show to come and do the event here to defend the titles. Now we're gonna run on YouTube again. I want to try it out again. Now we only have 2200 to play with here, and it is going to cost a little bit more than that. I can't imagine it being too much more. Scotty Mac does have quite a high contract, and in comparison to the rest of the guys in the card, Joe Hendry and the Bollywood boys have a high enough contract, but I think that that's really the only contract concerns here. You know, I think that we could pull this off okay. Now, of course, I was going to have the Bollywood boys go up against the Stallions in the main event since it is a title match, but I kind of thought Brian Cage would, you know, I prefer to end the show on a high note and have a highest rating as possible to end the show, but I don't know. So I just went with Brian Cage there, going up against Joe Hendry instead. But yeah, so let's go ahead and we can run the show. So we have a video here showing Optimus Spencer and Tony Baroni win the last match in order to become #1 contenders. That was of course against TNT in the last show. But yeah, that's just really it. That's really just to show why these guys are wrestling here. So in a decent match here, the Bollywood boys go over on the Stallions, making defense #1 of their Generation Tag Team titles reign. Whenever it was Harv Shield who actually goes over here, getting a pinfall in we'll say the 18th minute, just under the 18th minute, against Tony Baroni by pinfall. And that is of course defense #1 of the tag team titles, Generation Tag Team titles. Very happy with that indeed. Tony Baroni was physically towering towards the end. Well, we got a decent enough match rating anyway. A 44 for Harv Shield in main performance. Girl Shield got 41, a 17 by Tony Baroni, and a 20 by Optimus Spencer. Not too bad at all there. Optimus Spencer is improving both his rumble and performance skills, Tony Baroni in his technical skills. So the Bollywood boys retain. Now let me talk you through this here segment here. So the King of Yokan comes out and pretty much, you know, tells everybody that he is the King of Yokan, and that he is a very respectable king, and yeah, pretty much just comes out and tells people that in a very gimmicky fashion, of course, because you know he's not doing it to be cocky or you know fiend with people. He's a fun character. That's kind of the way that we're treating him. And then Scotty Mac comes out with his manager Christina from LA. Of course, Scotty Mac, being the more traditionalist, isn't happy with this gimmicky performance here, and Scotty Mac comes out and pretty much wants to go up against him here in a match. Nobody improves, that's okay. At least one of your workers in this segment has it. Okay. Oh yes, this is the staff member gimmick change. Yes. Initial rating of average. That's not too bad for the staff member there, gimmick there. So we go into our next segment now, where Scotty Mac goes up against the King of Yokan. And about to have decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Scotty Mac defeats the King of Yokan in 16 minutes 33 seconds by submission, and during the match we have interference from Christina from LA. I say interference, I should have put that down as distraction. The idea was that she gets up onto the apron wheel sort of thing. Scotty Mac was physically towering towards the end. Christina from LA did some good work at ringside. The King of Yokan was physically towering towards the end. Scotty Mac and the King of Yokan have pretty good chemistry and lifted the match, That's very good to see. This match got the crowd hot. A 24 in-ring performance there by Scotty Mac, and a 15 for the King of Yoken. Nobody is improving though, that is a shame. But then we go into our main event here, as we see Brian Cage go up against Joe Hendry, and about that had great wrestling and decent heat. We actually have, as you would probably have expected, Brian Cage go over here as he defeats Joe Hendry in 21 minutes by pinfall. This was after a distraction from Sean DeFalle, who still is bitter over his loss against Joe Hendry. A 54 in-ring performance there by Brian Cage and a 31 by Joe Hendry, so that's a good way to end the show there. Talking about ending the show, we get a 37 rating there, and that increases our popularity in 45 regions, as we have YouTube as a broadcast at the minute. So we need to go with Brian Cage here really, and I'm thinking of the Bollywood Boys would be good ones to praise, well, compliment even on a good performance, because they really did do well. And Brian Cage can be praised on a great performance. Let's go ahead and make that speech. Brian Cage was pleased. Harsha was seen praised, as did GoofyWillows. So go ahead and we will look at our popularity now and see where we are with our pop and with our importance, of course, which is more important, let's face it, because that determines the size of the company really, although obviously pop is very important. Need that drink of water. My mouth is very dry. But yeah, so whenever this loads up, we'll have a look at our size, and also want to look at the titles as well. See the prestige in the if the prestige in the world title, not the world title, the Generation Championship has went down or not. We'll check that in a second though. And obviously always want to check that importance, and of course the bank as well. That's the most important part there, is the money. Okay, right, yep, we spent a lot of money on that. That is more money than what I thought that would have cost us, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Time to heal. Generation 7 got a rating less than 0.1. Okay. Time to heal. Brian Cage is feeling it. Right, okay, so we will take a month off here until the next show. That costs a lot more money than what I thought it would cost, but well, I said a lot more, maybe 3 grand, 2-3 grand more, which in the context of how much money we have is a lot more. Let's face it. So we went up in pop, I think, in the southwest. We went up in Mexico, I think, as well. That's good. Let's go ahead and track our progress and popularity. That's okay. USA. Okay, that's decent enough there. I'm happy enough with that. Let's go ahead with importance then. Can we check it with importance? No, we can't. That's okay. So hopefully we increase in enough in importance. I know obviously we don't have a lot of shows that we can really do, although we have done 3 this year already, and I do want to do at least 10. Or I say at least 10. I don't think that we'll be able to do 10. We might be able to do 9. I don't know. Go for 8 will be the target, but I do want more than that, obviously. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. Actually, let's see how much people watch. Holy shit, 2.6 thousand people watch. That's pretty good. That's what, yeah, that's about double increased, almost double increase from the last show. in terms of views, so that's very good to see indeed. Now let's have a look at our titles here, and we'll look at the generation. Holy shit. Holy shit, Kyle O'Reilly has really pulled that title up big time. Started off at 71. Fair enough to Adam Cole, he done very well to pull it up to 76. But then we give it to Kyle O'Reilly in January, and he just, look at that, fantastic. Obviously it's a joint effort, but really Kyle O'Reilly was the one who pulled it up to that level there. That's very good indeed. Very happy with that. Let's see here, did it start off at 50? Yep, it did start off at 55. Canadian Cup, of course, that won't improve until next winter. Anyway, let's see what our sponsorships money is looking like. Okay, so I think we could get the 4,000 mark this month in sponsorship money, which is fantastic if we could do that. I also think we'll get to the 500 mark in merchandise sales, and we'll probably hit the 1,300 mark in the miscellaneous category there. So yeah, I'm happy enough with that so far. Production obviously takes a whack out of the money. Show costs quite a bit, and our ticket sales is fairly low, but we do make up in our sponsorships that money. Hopefully though, soon enough, whenever we get to become a small company, we will be able to attract a pay-per-view provider, because that would be very helpful. Even if it's only, you know, like obviously the only one that we'd be able to go with is, I can't remember the name of it, but I think that small companies can go with it. We'll have a look here for it. It begins with F. I know that. Let's go F. Yep, that's it. Full Slam. I thought it was something like that. Obviously, it's only small companies that can go with it, but yeah, you see they're unwilling to negotiate at the minute. Why is that? Wrestling stands highly pro. Risk levels high. Patience. Please note, if you want to negotiate a deal to put a brand new show on the air, you must create the show beforehand. No, I'm not really wanting to see that. Is there no requirements? Can they not give you requirements on what you need to meet before you can think about getting a show with them? I apparently not. Apparently they don't give you the requirements, which is a shame, because that would be a good idea. I don't know, because yeah, if they could like give you requirements on what you have to meet, whether it is be a small company or whatever it is, you know, even production requirements, because really Tiny is the same, you know, same viewership that we've got at the minute, you know, with YouTube. So I don't really understand why it couldn't, you know, put us on to the same show. What offense? Okay, so this is our production levels at the minute, I think. So yeah, what if we go into, let me try this. Not that I'm expecting to get a pay-per-view broadcast like Full Slam at any time soon. How Valley Wrestling is one of them. So let's go across here. Oh, yep, there we go, in here, and let's see if we can see the broadcasting deal. We cannot, I don't think. That's a shame. Schedule maybe? No, we can't. We are unable to. We're unable to see what the broadcasting, what their broadcasting settings are, which is a shame because I'd like to be able to look at that and get an idea of what our broadcasting settings need to be. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, not that I'm expecting to get any type of deal anytime soon, because let's face it, we're only a small local company here. I would like to become a small company soon enough. Are we still at the very last spot then? We are. So to get higher than Chikara, let's have a look at Chikara's. If that's even how to pronounce it. We would need to get 6 in 3 other regions then. Well, 7 in 3 other, 7 in 1 region. I don't know what I'm even talking about. But you get the point, I think. Tyler Bate, what a guy. He can't wrestle here, sure he can't. No. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end the video here because I think we've already dragged on too long. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.